Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass. Play it on the all-new Xbox.
Hey up, and how do? Welcome to Sunday evening / afternoon maker stream with JRDF. I'm JR. Up there is Cals. We've not seen Cals in ages. Is your audio working, Cals? Say something.
Yes, I'm just being.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, can you not hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. I just couldn't hear you because you weren't saying anything. So,
I guess. No.
On you go.
Oh, you really are self-conscious about what I was saying earlier. No, I'm just being ditzy. I'm used to being able to see OBS, so it's a bit weird for me to kind of be, oh no, I have to watch the stream or I see me. So yeah, it's like, oh, hang on, today's been a bit haphazard. We had a kid from up the road pop in and go, hi, can you help me turn this sort of like bottle of vodka into a bar tap because I'm making a bar for my 18th birthday, and it's like, this is the pre-stream time, so it's like, right, okay, joy. So yeah, so it's like the rundown that we were going to do, where I was like, right, let's just do sound and whatnot, and how we're doing this hasn't happened. So typical JRDF style.
Indeed. What I can do, just 1 second. Apologies, peeps. Well, let me. This shouldn't kill our. Shouldn't kill us. If I share this to you, why won't it let me do that? I thought potentially if I did this, there we go, I'll just put it at 50. Right, I've shared a window with you. If you look at that window on, oh no, that broke everything. No! I broke everything. There we go. So you should now be able to see the live OBS output over your Discord call. In theory.
Yeah, I'm testing my hand to see how long. Oh, I can hear me.
Oh, you can hear you. Yeah, that's not going to work either, is it? No.
Make that go away.
Make that go away. Yep, it's gone away. Okay, just got to cope with the delay. But hey, hello everyone. Hello Norgeek. Hello Tabascoid. Flan, you're in here too. Rise in here. Ghost and Coffee's in here. Patch is in here. Sarvel's in here. Welcome all to the first JRDF affiliate Twitch stream. It is genuinely that exciting. Hell yeah. Huge thank you to Flan for gifting subs to loads of people who may or may not already be in. So some of you may already be subbed and not even know it, because good old monster Flan has already gifted. So thank you very much, Razzle, for the follow. Welcome. So yeah, no, it's been an exciting week actually. If any of you haven't played around with Twitch, the updates. Ghost and Coffee, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. Oh, that's going to be. I don't know if you heard that alert. My PC behind me is on loud. I might have to shut that off. So yeah, so we are now affiliate. You can now sub to us. What will those subscriptions get you? Love from us, obviously. We are also going to do some giveaways and things. We're going to basically, this whole stream is about how we want to reward you guys, not only in Twitch but also our customers and all this kind of cool stuff. Plus a little bit of a Carrack update because some things have been going down with the Carrack, which is cool. Thank you, Norgeek, for the sub. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's really cool to be able to kind of do more twitching, and you know we have a complete new setup. So yes, Cal's is up there, but the way we've done this is that Cal's is actually just Discord called me. So the same way that Drew came in, the same way that we had Merlin the other week, we're just doing co-hosting via Discord. So there might be a tiny bit of lag and things because of that, because it's not actually live on our network, but the setup is so much easier for us to do, for us to set up, for us to play around with. So it means that we can have guest hosts and Cal's hosting occasionally, and yeah, no, it's awesome. So what have you been up to, Cal, since we last saw you on the stream?
Not a lot, really. Well, no. Work, yeah, it's like basically continuing to keep JR on track vaguely. Still around in the Discord channel, still liaising with CIG, sorting out license applications that JR has forgotten to include.
Colours blue.
Yeah, so blue is not on my post-it here. It is now, but it wasn't on the original one. And yeah, it's the home stuff, life stuff. For those of you that have seen us at events and stuff, Leela is up at the moment, so I've been down to Essex, up and down to see her. I went to her prom, the like parents reception bit of it, which made me feel very, very old that I have a 16-year-old daughter. Just that was horrific. Lovely, but absolutely horrific. And yeah, I got cuddles with Hope again this week, for those of you that have been around for a while, so that's really good. Still having appointments, but yeah, so that was lovely. I have the 2 black cats in here. We've had a teeny tiny hiss between the two of them. Oh, bless her, she's in the living room and in chat. Why Not Wild is indeed the child. Yeah, no, so I've got I've got Guinea and Merlin, but I don't know where Merlin's gone. It's literally underneath my desk. He was sitting on my chair, and he's
our regular co-host. You know, he knows what to do. He knows where to be. It's all good. It's all good.
Yes, I didn't enjoy it. I haven't been at my desk for a video call, and literally doing sort of like the setup, and I was like, lovely crutch cam. Yes, let's fix that, because obviously it was on set up for Merlin last week. Sound tests were interesting, because obviously I was like, I don't get why my headphones aren't working, and you muted Merlin last week, so that was why I wasn't getting any sound on Discord, but I was getting it everywhere else.
Yep. No, hello,
yeah.
Asnog. How are you? How are you doing?
Same shit, different day. That's me just waffled for 5 minutes, really. So that doesn't change.
Same shit, different day. Yeah, no, that's.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, nice. No, as I say, we've been busy. We've been there's been an awful lot of applications and stuff going into CIG, which you've been keeping well on top of. But yeah, nothing.
Did you had the 500 dioramas been signed off by JC on Wednesday?
No, I've not. I've not let everyone know that yet. So you now have heard back from JC. They have now been signed off. So that is awesome.
So that's batch 1 of the 1 to 500 dioramas. So that's cool. So artwork's been submitted. That has a few more steps than just JC. But yeah, so that's cool. So we shall see what's going on with that. And then once the artwork's approved, I can get them sent off to be printed, like the cards and what have you. They are starting to be printing. So yeah, so that's cool. So they will go on sale before the Carrack. I'm hoping for the end of July. It's going to be tight, but we will see how we go. It depends how long the art sign-off takes, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No, because it's
And once I've got that, I can chase the printers and stuff.
the issue we always have with the art is it's got to go not just to the art team but also to the law team and to the legal team, because there is bits for them all to just check off on. So the art sign-off does take a fair while because it's got to go through 3 departments, and obviously if any of those departments have anything they want to change. Hello, Golden Triangles. You're late. Never mind. Nothing a huge amount has happened. We're just generally chit-chatting about now being affiliate. So have you not missed anything important, man? Don't worry. So yeah, no. So the art sign-off does take a little bit longer, just because 3 departments. If any of them want to make any changes, it's all going to go back all the way around again sometimes. So yeah, no, it's an interesting process.
Yes, it also, most of the art and the later steps tends to have a little bit more liaison back and forth with LA. So it's that kind of like we then work against time zones and what have you as well, which gets a little bit, which adds a little bit longer and whatnot. But it is what it is. We've got the process down. Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Norgeek, for
fine.
the sub gift Golden Triangles. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, no, I need to play around with the stream more from a point of view of like sub goals and things. If we're going to have sub goals, which we probably should do, but all your names are running around at the bottom of the screen somewhere. All you amazing subs. I say quite a few of those are ones that Flan has gifted because he's amazing. So yeah, so what does, and hello Letzik, hello Unji. Yes, Cal's is on, yay, indeed. So yeah, so we thought that this would be a good opportunity. Now we're affiliate and now we've got subs on in Twitch to start doing some giveaways. And what we're going to give away, well, we're going to give away principally JRDF currency, which I did put a call out in the stream for what we should call it. The winning, not the stream, sorry, in the Discord, the winning name so far, and which is currently our name, is JR Engagement Credits, which is obviously JRECs, which I'm pretty sure are just going to be JREX. So our currency is JREX. Now, that's what we're going to be giving away on the stream. Hello, Paul 3 Keys. Not seen you in a while in here, I don't think. We're getting engaged. Let's wonder if I could find that photo. Does anyone know where the photo of Cals and Unji basically engaged is? I'll have to find that. Let me dig that out. Just amuses the hell out of me. I'm gonna have to find it on Gray's. I don't know if Unji will have it as well. It's one that GHG took at Terry Black's, the one that he put out. I love that picture. I think it's awesome. So JREX, yes. So John Rex, everything. So basically, JREX are our kind of JRDF currency. It's not a stream currency. It's not like chits and points on Twitch. It is really a lot more cool than that. Hello, Nighthawk. So JREX are a currency for the website. So we'll jump to the website. I'm going to have to hide myself to be able to see this. So Kels is on her own for a minute. Down in the bottom corner of our website, there is now a little rewards thing. When this comes up, I should totally have not done this on a 4K screen. That was dumb. Anyway.
You should also have not been logged into Shopify.
Yeah, I know. I can't log out of Shopify without breaking everything. But anyway, so down here is a list, which I'm just going to do this. Oh, Letzik, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Paul 3 Keys. Much appreciated. Oh, please, why? Why are you so awful? One moment, folks. Let's just try and not be so dumb.
So yes, that's a good point. If you go into your accounts, you will see that there are some of you do have credit, or some of you do have JREX already. Some of you don't. Don't worry. It's still tweaking the system and what have you. But one of the joys of you're spoiling it, Norgeek. He's got a whole spiel sorted. But yeah, basically.
Harsh.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if everybody else can see the
This, right.
random sort of like, it looks like a kaleidoscope.
Yes, it's my NDA screen. So it's my blurred out NDA screen. It's fine. Right. So, okay. So you can. This is how we're first going to talk about how we earn the JREX. I can now be back. So when you create an account, you get 50 JREX. When you place an order, as Norgeek says, you get 1 point, 1 JREC for every pound you spend. So apologies that it's all in pounds. Obviously, you guys that are paying in dollars will have more than 1 point per dollar. Those paying in Canadian dollars will probably get 2 per dollar. And if you're in Australia, I think you get 342 per dollar, because Aussie dollars are basically worthless or something. I don't know. The numbers just seem to blow my mind. We say that because we get like import duty statements from Australia. They're like, how much? And they went, oh yeah, it's worth about 25p each or something. So that always throws me. We also give you 50 on your birthday.
Remember the first... Yes. No, I remember getting the first one from Corsair after sending him some of the trophies, which was obviously more money than just a kit. And it was like, Jesus Christ, how much? And then kind of like worked it out. And yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Hello, young Carl. Welcome.
Evening.
So yes, you get 50 points for your birthday if you put your birthday in. If you refer a friend who buys something from our store, you get 100 points. So, a point's worth, pound spending a point. As Cal's sort of pointed out, it's a we've had to submit. It's GrowWave. It's a GrowWave app plugin for Shopify. We exported all our customer data from Squarespace and Shopify, combined the two together so that we were just basically sending first name, last name, email address, and the number of points you have. They will then add those into the accounts in the back end for us, because we can't. Oh, thank you very much, Paul Tricky's sub to patch. You're gifting each other subs. That's awesome. So they will integrate it in the back end because we don't have the ability to manually add like 300 customers. So they will get that so that everyone's points will be right for all purchases you've ever made, in theory. So when we tell you that has now happened, check for us, and if it's wrong, tell us. But don't tell us until we tell you to check, because it won't be right yet.
There is one exception to that, and that is if you have purchased something at an event.
Yes, if you purchase something at an event,
I don't know who you are.
Kind of let us know. Yes, yours is 0. Yes, so basically the only people who will have JREX at the moment are people who have set up an account or bought something after I activated this plugin, which was Thursday. So all the rest, I say, we've sent this big CSV file to the company because we can't do it, and they will go into the back end and add all of the points. Some of you have, well, there's 10 of you that have over 1,000 points already, which is amazingly scary. Thank you so much, all of you. So that's cool. So I guess the big question is, what are you going to spend this stuff on? Cals, what is the thoughts? We've got some definites and some maybes, and we also want to have ideas from you.
Yes. So I want to address something in chat first, and I think since it's kind of being referred to as JREX, as in things that we break, it does mean one of the things that we've asked for, well, I'm in the process of asking for and what have you, and it's a conversation rather than a license agreement. Yeah. Is broken kits. So we have several boxes upstairs. We don't like throwing anything away. You will know that you've had the foam inserts from the packaging used as packaging chips and what have you, because we don't like to throw it away and whatnot. So we know that one of the things that we are not allowed to sell are broken things that don't pass our QA process. So we are asking whether or not we are allowed to give as rewards a bag, say, of 500 grams of 1 to 40, 1 to 100, 1 to 200, and 1 to 500 for diorama purposes. I'm not saying that's going to be on the list yet, but it is something that I'm in the process of asking for. And since Asnog had basically said misprint parts as a bonus for JREX, I'm like, actually, I think that works really nicely.
It allows
that's
us...
a maybe.
Yes, that's a maybe.
But I'm open to most things and kind of throwing it out there and kind of going, well, what do we think? So please be creative with your ideas. You know us by now. Throw ideas at us and we will go from there and see what works and what doesn't and stuff like that and what have you. Indeed. And I keep going until I get a no. If I get a maybe, it's like, okay, cool. Come back to it in a month. We got an answer on that yet? Got an answer on that yet? I'm a pain in the arse, but yeah, hey,
you have to be to get answers out
that's
of these
not
people.
changing. Indeed. So things like the art prints that we recently did for Board Gamer, the Invictus ones, the exclusive ones that we did for that. Some other posters. Sorry, not posters.
Printed
art
prints.
prints.
How dare you? Not posters.
Printed art flyers. Printed art flyers. Printed art flyers.
Definitely not posters.
Not
that we were told we weren't allowed to do posters. Artwork flyers.
So yeah, not posters. Personalized boxes. So those of you that get the first 10, I saw that there was a conversation in the Discord server earlier on today talking about low numbers. But one of the things that we were talking about was allowing you to use some of your JREX for a personalized box. If you were at 237, because I think that was the number that was in the box, and personalized with your name and stuff like that, which could be quite nice. Conversation about challenge coins. So are you going to bring up
let me find the link you sent me. Indeed. So these guys are a UK-based challenge coin company. Obviously, every bit of merch we do, we are going to do our damnedest to have it made in Britain, or made in the US, or made in Europe. There, where our company exists, that's where we want to have things made. So some things we just won't be able to do for the kind of money that is reasonable. But these guys have a fiber laser setup, so do small run pewter coins. They don't do the infills, they don't do the enamel infill, so that's not an option. But they are pretty cool coins still. And they're not a ludicrous amount of money. So that is something that we can look at doing. And yeah, so
we talk some options around that. We were thinking about the phrase of the year. I don't know if many of you remember, we had that thing where we were going to do motto of the year. So yeah, I think that it's one of JR's things in terms of t-shirts and what have you. He wanted each event that we do to kind of have, like, if you've got to get new work kit and what have you, you have that year's slogan, the likes of "in my defense I was left unsupervised." They tend to be Firefly quotes if he's given a choice.
Well, we also have "Dream the Impossible Dream," which probably most people
Can
on
I-
here
Can I
don't.
just?
Yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say, can I have a quick show of hands in chat if I've told any of you the Dream the Impossible Dream story? And we talked about putting it on the the GSS unit when we revamped it. I wanted a little picture of a fence. So okay, that's fine. So we were in the middle of, I want to say, sitcom prep, and I was asked something, and I was looking for an amusing gif, and it was like I was going down the route of sort of like, no, how many different ways can you sort of like say fuck off and what have you, etc. But obviously not. And there is this phrase. I swear a lot, so apologies if that offends you and you've not met me before, but you've got to get used to it because I won't change. Is fuck off and keep fucking off until you come to a gate with a sign on saying you can't fuck off past here. Climb over that gate, and keep fucking off. No, dream the impossible dream and keep fucking off forever. So it was that kind of like, we shortened it to Dream the Impossible Dream. And it was that kind of like, when I got a request that was just so ridiculously, no, there is not enough time for that. No, we've agreed the plan of what it is that you want for your booth. You are not changing it now. It just became Dream the Impossible Dream. Or it was a picture of a gate.
Yeah.
And it was just enough for us to kind of like know that that's what we meant. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's definitely a potential phrase of the year. But yeah, no, just trying to do some things like t-shirts. T-shirts is a difficult one. I would like to do that kind of apparel, JRDF apparel. I'd also like permission to do some of the in-game t-shirts as well. You can steal all you like, Flan. I'd like to, do some of the like Big Bennies and the small vendors and things in Star Citizen, some of the ship vendor, just the t-shirts we have in game, and do limited runs of them. But the problem with apparel is the cost, and not just the financial cost. To actually get like decently sourced t-shirts from ethically sourced cottons and all this sort of stuff is not cheap. And then when you do, traditionally, if you do a merch stock item, you will have to get so many large, so many extra large, medium, small, all the rest of it, in whatever colors you want to have them done in. And that obviously is a huge amount of money you have to put up front. Thank you very much, Stormcrow Actual. What a cool name. Thank you for the follow. So sort of like JR is Grogu. Carl's is Mando. No, Carl's is not Mando. No. Carl's knows who she is from. Yeah.
I'll give people one guess. His name now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll give people one guess. I have spoken. And then that's Cal's. 100%. But so the coolest place I've seen t-shirts done is Gamescom. So when you go to Gamescom, every single year, they have probably a dozen, if not more, designs for that year on their t-shirts. So they have like a standard Gamescom, whatever the year is, then they have like 10 other designs, and they're all really cool, and they're unique for that year. And you can have them put on about 6 or 7 different colors of t-shirt in 3 or 4 sizes. Probably more sizes than that, actually. They probably go to 3, I think probably went up to 3, 4XL. So, and they've got apparel stands all over the venue. So there's probably 30 or 40 places you can buy these t-shirts from. So the stock levels they would need are gargantuan when you think of all the different colors, all the different designs, all the different sizes. So what they've done very, very cleverly is every apparel stand has all the t-shirts in all the various colors with no logos on. They have all the logo stuff like these sort of things pre-printed, and they've got a heat press. So you actually order them and they heat press them for you right in front of you and hand you the t-shirt. And I think that is an absolutely stunning way of doing event merch, because all those t-shirts they just keep for next year. They don't waste them. They just go back in boxes, and then that's stock for next year. And they just do some more prints. The only thing they're throwing away are the A4, A3 prints. So we sort of think if we do go down the route of merch, we'll probably go down that route, source some really nice t-shirts, and then the heat presses aren't a stupid amount of money. I'd love to try screen printing, but that's a whole different setup, and that is just a whole different kettle of fish altogether. Yes, go on. You have your finger on your nose. You may speak.
Yes, the local adult community college are doing a 6-week course in screen printing.
Oh, interesting. I'd like to do that.
Yes.
I'd love to do screen printing.
Yeah, meant to say.
Blows
Sorry,
my mind.
peeps.
No, like if anyone's never seen RGB screen printing, blows my mind. Just really, really, really cool. Yeah, Orison tees, and it's just like the big issue that CIG has, because they're a normal company-ish, as normal as we want them to be, of course, is that when they do merch, they have to order the whole lot from a factory. They're not doing it to order. And doing all the different designs from in Star Citizen would be an absolute pain in the ass. Whereas I think the Gamescom theory of merch, even if they had it as a setup at an event, a CitizenCon, where there's 40 different designs and 5 or 6 t-shirt colors that work for them, and they just heat press the t-shirts just like Gamescom do at CitizenCon, so you can have, I want a Big Benny's one, I want a, Torpedo Burrito one, and obviously there'll be different colors that'll work better with different designs, so you it's a list of suggestions, but you aren't limited to them. And the thing is, they're not like just inkjet printed transfers. They are like the proper lead white ink transfers, exactly the same things that Redbubble use and whoever I got this from, and all that kind of stuff. So they're decently good wearing. Do you know what I mean? They will last. They're not as good as screen printed stuff, but the only way you can do screen printed stuff is set it up and do 100. It's all the inks and the drying, and it's a huge setup. But I think for all the little in-game t-shirts that we can get in game, I think it'd be amazing to do like limited runs of them. But again, for our t-shirts and stuff, if we did t-shirts, we would kind of do them to order like that. So we'd have a heat press and we'd just press them as people ordered them, basically. So that's cool. So if you guys want t-shirts, then yeah, and Leela will be with you on the 6XL. So she has a 6XL, I think it's a 6XL or a 5XL Kraken t-shirt that she wears as a nightie, which we got from CitizenCon. And yeah, there's the yes, yeah, exactly. All this cool stuff. I mean, yeah. So this is the advantage of us getting, just sourcing the t-shirts and stuff. We can get all the different sizes. We can get nice quality t-shirts. It's like, not that Redbubble stuff is awful, but I can't imagine it's amazingly ethically sourced either. And it's only a 4XL. Oh, there you go. That's Kraken things. So interesting. The Kraken t-shirts that they had at CitizenCon are different to the Kraken t-shirts they sold to backers over the internet. So one was a cheaper solid transfer, and the ones that people got sold were screen printed, I think. But the ones at the event were given away.
No, I disagree with that. I think that the nicer Kraken ones, so when, I'm sure this is what you told me that Gray had told you last time we talked about t-shirts. He had pre-ordered his t-shirt. So if you pre-ordered, it didn't get given to you at the event. I think we worked out that there was a supply issue, and you could have that one, but if your ordered one was shipped to you, and that was a better quality than the ones you could buy at the event.
Oh, interesting. So yeah,
all about China.
Yeah. I know there was a difference. Between them. But yeah. So apparel, if you want apparel, that's something definitely we can look at. As Cal said, personalized boxes, challenge coins, that kind of stuff. We want to find things that are sort of exclusive and cool for just our customers. And because it's allowing you to spend reward points is a form of marketing, because it's not money. You can't buy the things with real money. So it's a marketing exercise. So that allows us to do things that we can't usually do. So things like the artwork prints, we're not allowed to sell artwork prints, but we can use them for promotional purposes. So that comes under the promotional purposes. So if we want to do more of the art prints and stuff, then we can do it and sell them through the reward scheme. So it's exactly like the Daymar Rally figurine. Do exclusive figurines and stuff. We still have to license them as products, but we could make them purely exclusively for spending JREX on. So it's just that trying to find some cool things that you guys want.
So with the little Daymar Rally fella, are you happy for him to not be painted and you paint him yourself in whatever kind of spray paint you want? What's thoughts on that? Or given that we are kits, if that makes sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Give away
in
for
my
the
head
JREX
that made
scheme.
more sense than the words.
Yes, very good point. That's not selling. It's giving away exclusive rewards for our amazing customers. So that's kind of some of our ideas. We want to hear your ideas. We can have as many different rewards as possible. So there's no rush. We can just keep adding stuff as we go. So I'll say to very quickly recap, you gain these points by spending money in our store, by signing up to newsletter, by doing reviews, having a birthday, and referring people. So the referral scheme, we should probably say a little bit about that. You get 100 points. The person you refer gets 5% discount off their first order. So spread your codes around. You just get the code by doing this. Let me make me disappear. So you go on to refer a friend, and then basically this just gives you a link that you copy and send to them. So that's all you need to do for that. So that's really easy peasy. So that's cool. And yeah, no, just having a really cool way of us doing some some cool. Oh yeah, so we have a Daymar Rally guy. That's so cool. There he is. So he's actually holding a teeny tiny Daymar Rally trophy. Hey, he's so cool. He's a Sandman. So that model was done for us by David Peng before he left CIG, and posed it for us and everything with the sort of sweeping. But yeah, it's really cool. And the teddy bear. Yeah, so there may be some like random stuff we make on the stream as well. So things like we have this, that's a Star Citizen teddy bear. Things like the coin that we're doing for Pirates of the Caribbean. Little JRDF crates. We have some like we've actually got some 1 to 40 tortoises still kicking around. That were a free gift with the very first people who pre-ordered the PTV, which is quite cool. So yeah, so there's quite a few things that we have kicking around that we can put as rewards. Have figures standing on chairs. I don't see why they would have any issue with us doing a T-posed person on a chair. I think it's a good enough internal meme, but that is a really good example of the actual 200 of the 2 million coin. Yeah, we have all sorts of stuff. But yeah, no, I really like the idea of doing a figure standing up, like T-posed on a chair or standing on a chair, because that's the sort of thing that it's a silly diorama, just a 1 to 40 guy standing on a chair. really cheap for us to do, and yeah, that kind of thing. Space whale, yes. So Patch, we have also discussed the space whale. So I don't know whether some of our big backers would be interested in this, but basically doing a solid brass space whale, this sort of size, that costs like 5,000, 10,000 points or something for some of you lunacy backers. Maybe glass prop when? Never. Stop it. Shipping nightmare. You say a shipping nightmare, a brass statue that big would still be lighter than the solid brass Daymar Rally trophies we did at 8 kilos. They were a pain. Yeah, they were a pain. Interestingly, there is one nice thing about shipping solid brass trophies is they're really tough. they don't break, so you don't have to. I think the Demo Rally was literally just wrapped in a bit of bubble wrap and some cardboard. There was nothing getting damaged on those trophies. The biggest risk was someone dropping it on their foot in transit. Oh yeah, a T-pose person in the Kraken. That would have been hilarious. Who would have thought of that? But yeah, so things like that. T-pose people, send us your ideas. We will consider all of them and try and do some really cool ass things for you, you amazing supporters of us. So the other thing we're going to try and do on the stream is giveaways. I've got one set up. Where is it? So I thought, since we're all in here, we'll do a test. If you guys don't mind helping us do these sort of things. So somewhere around here I have a thing.
It's a chance, Norgeek. It's a chance.
I've no idea how it works.
It's already doing exclamation mark.
Cool. I've no idea whether that does anything. Oh, there we go. Streamlabs, right. The Streamlabs things are done.
No, use Raffle.
Use Ravel, there you go. Right, so the way this is set up is that everyone gets a ticket, unless you're a sub, in which case you get 5 extra tickets. Don't worry about this one. This is just a complete test because we've never done a giveaway before. We've never done anything like that. So we thought, well, let's do it. There's a 30-minute timer on it. Yeah, go in for the raffle. We're giving away 100 JREX. So the way that we'll have to do this as a giveaway is that if you win, you'll have to send us, DM us basically the email address that you used to set up your account on JRDF's website, because then I can just add points to it. So that's absolutely fine. So if you haven't opened an account for JRDF, you just have to go and do that. It's dead simple. And I say just DM us either on Discord or on Twitch or whatever you like your email address. Yes, Cals.
I want to just check whether or not you've checked something. So if someone... Did we not find that if someone's ordered something before, and they haven't created an account, that if they then create an account, it doesn't always find their previous orders?
It doesn't, but when that will get updated when the Glowware backend people have fixed it. So that's fine. So it doesn't matter if you open an account now and it'll just have no points in it. That will get pushed onto later.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh, sorry.
That's not what I mean. Is there anyone in chat that doesn't have an account with us that has bought something? You're all amazing. Thank you for having accounts.
Yeah.
I have the option in I have the option to send someone an account invitation.
Okay, yeah.
In their order, if they haven't.
Oh, interesting. If you bought
Ghost and Coffee, if you bought something... Go on.
No, you go.
If you bought something at an event, the only event that we've sold things at was CitizenCon and Liège. Yes, I haven't forgotten Liège. So just just ping me or JR a message, and we will manually update your account with the points. We don't think there is a way that we can add you to. We can create your account to say that you have one, but yeah, it's
A minor thing, really.
maybe when we have even more kits and what have you, the website will get even better, and we'll have our own version of Turbulent, who creates an amazing website that's always up to date, always correct, never has anything wrong or what have you.
Wow.
We can hope. Sorry.
Just wow.
Sorry. Is it not true?
It's very true. Hello, Donny
Oh,
Be Good.
yeah.
Yeah, oof. Yeah, that's
Sorry.
love it.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, so, dear, that's funny.
You missed me, all right?
Yeah, I just love the fact that the cutlass is still the old pictures of the cutlass on their website. It's like, oh my god. Dear. Funny. So yeah, so that's good. So while that's going on, at least the model stats are accurate, right? So if none of you have seen DPS calculator, where have you been? DPS calculator is an amazing amazing plugin, or not plugin, just website basically. And I can thoroughly recommend this to anyone who's in Star Citizen, which you'd think would be all of you. And this is DPS calculator. It is absolutely freaking amazing. So zoom in a little bit. So you can pick any ship or vehicle here. So let's pick a Carrack, since we're talking Carrack, and it'll give you every bit of information about about this. And yes, fine. So that's cool. So you bought your kit after I had actually set up the plugin, initially set the plugin up. So you'll have got your points for your last purchase, but then I have all the back end information for updating for all the old purchases. So it's all good. It's all good. You were just actually in the one of the really annoying things about Shopify is there is no non-live version of the website. When you make any change to it, it goes live instantly, adding apps, adding anything. So it's like you don't get the chance to like get it to work before it goes live. It's so annoying.
So you can do a copy, but that then means that so you do a copy of the account, but that then means that any purchases that are made while you're working off of an old one don't then work across either. So you then have to retrospectively fix those, and it's just like
it is a real pain. So yeah, so DPS calculator is where the accurate information lives, let's say. So all the dimensions and everything, top speeds, and all this is taken from the live game data, which is really clever. So this is DPS calculator live. We have, God's honest truth, use this in meetings with CIG to talk about their own ships, because they don't have, like, the marketing team and stuff don't have up-to-date information about their own ships, because stuff changes all the time on them and no one updates them, so they haven't a clue what's going on. So we use DPS calculator to have discussions with CIG, which I find really amusing. So yeah, so that's cool. So the other, oh, thank you very much, Leonard Rain, £50 tip. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, sir. Much appreciated. Yes, Fleet View is awesome as well. I've not used Fleet View in ages. I take it still works, and they keep everything updated and stuff. Because again, it's what we're trying to do is get your physical Fleet View sorted out. Just get all of your ships as models. That's yes, that's what we're aiming for at the moment. So yeah. So that's all good. Bit of a Carrack update, shall we? Bit of a bit of a Carracking. My desk is a tip. This is what happens when you test printing stuff all the time. So it just becomes this great big pile of stuff. But it's fine. Oh, this thing.
It's also what happens when I'm away.
Yeah, it's also true. So this thing was something I couldn't find last Wednesday or last Sunday, and I still haven't found it. But when we bought our last box of resin, they sent me another one. So this is a Formlabs sample. I don't know what my... There we go. So it says Formlabs on the side. So this is one of the sample pieces they send you. This is made out of... Come on, camera, just stay with me. Oh my god. Right, let's just do what we always have to do every single bloody stream and get this to stop autofocusing. Right, there we go. So I'll just move that over there. So this is one of the samples that Formlabs have sent us. As you can see, it says Formlabs on the side, and it's a bottle opener slash mini pry bar slash spanner that you could also hang on a belt. And this is made out of...
Or your keys.
Yes, or your keys. So this is a material called Rigid 10K. It's not a cheap resin. It's one of the more expensive ones you can buy. We haven't got any, so this is just a sample they've sent us. Westbrook Drew has bought some of this for his printer because he's got a few projects he wants to use on it. This stuff is a glass fiber resin, and it is, no kidding, I'm going to turn my camera back on to autofocus now. It is as close to indestructible as you will have anything made of 3D print material. It is... I don't even think we'll see a bend in it. I mean, it's ludicrous. So my last one, I think I left at a party because I was using it as my bottle opener, and it's not even chipped. It's got nothing on it. I've used it as a pry bar, like to properly pry stuff, and yeah, this is an astonishing material, an absolutely astonishing material. Not tried setting it on fire, so I don't know what its heat capacity is. I suspect it won't be particularly high because it's a mixture of resin and glass fiber, so the resin bit's still going to burn. Hello, Pratt Gaming. Welcome, welcome. So I don't think it'll have particularly... It won't be, fire resistant. There are high temperature resins that are, but I doubt this is one of them. But for a material to make cogs and gears and that sort of actual mechanical stuff out of, this stuff is unbelievable. I would like to get some at some point for doing sort of gearing for servo motors, for stepper motor type stuff, actually printing their gear wheels and stuff for doing sort of controlled motion and stuff. Yes, what would you like to use it for?
We looked at it for Dad's lathe, didn't we?
Yes, instead of using the
Or was that the tough?
That was the tough, I think. I think
No, that was tough because this didn't exist at that point, and we decided the tough wasn't good enough. But actually, we found the other project. Sorry.
I mean, I would like to test this. I might take this down to the shed, Jamie's shed, and put it in the bearing press because it's got a gauge on it. We'll actually see how much it takes to break one of these, and to see what happens when it does break. Because, like I say, it's so rigid that I can't even get it to flex at all. So I don't know whether it's going to be one of those ones that will just snap, but not deform beforehand, deform a bit and then snap, or bend. I suspect, because it has obviously rigid properties, it's not a tough thing, it's a rigid thing, that it will just get to a breaking point and shatter like ceramic. But it feels like ceramic. It's... how do you separate it from
Which
the
makes
foundation?
sense given they've stopped doing the ceramic roofing.
It's a good question because I didn't print it. So this one, interestingly, like a lot of Formlabs prints, I will give this, like a lot of Formlabs prints, was printed directly onto the build platform because you actually see the edge of it. It was built like that on the build platform, so it didn't have any supports. But it is a really good question because supporting this thing, obviously, you are going to need to I presume sanding it. I've not tried sanding it. Now I've got two. I shall find my other one and destroy the other one, and we will perhaps have a whole stream of what it takes to destroy one of these, and really see what it can do. I've got a torque wrench as well, so we could actually work out what torque this could put out on these holes. We could actually attach it to a torque wrench and see what it does. Carrack bottle opener, like that. Yes, wanna go to the big pennies box. Absolutely, it'd just be it'd be a cool. Well, speaking of JRDF tools, no, I've made one. This is our first actual JRDF tool. It's not finished yet. I did put, I don't know if the camera will see it, did put a teeny little JRDF on the side of it. Focus, Demi.
Sorry, I don't remember approving this project.
This project. Well, so this is to go in with the Carrack. So at this end, you put a magnet, and glue a magnet in. Well, yeah, I was going to say, we have spoken about this magnety tool. So at this end, there is a little magnet, or a little hole to put a magnet. So the interesting thing with this is that when we've put magnets in one last week. When we have, let's take a Carrack, and let's find the door. Might have too much crap on my desk. Thank you, Death Ghost, for that subscription.
Is that possible?
Thank you very much. Here we go. No, we're good. We're good. Right, so there we have our magnetized door. Now, the issue with this is that it's really hard to get this back out because it's magnetized in now. Same with this one. These are really hard to get out. They're held in really nicely by their magnets, but imagine this thing being painted and, you know, having to like get a scalpel and lever outside because we want it to be really flush fit. We want it to look really, really nice. So that's why we've determined that we needed to build something like this tool. Now we could just glue it together to show you what it's going to do. It actually does two things. Oh, hello, Barchi. Thank you very much for the raid, good sir. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone coming over from Barchi's stream. We have a Streamlabs raffle going on at the moment. Ooh, a raffle, a giveaway. This is our first stream being affiliate, so we're doing a bit of a test raffle of giving away 100 points, which there's nothing to spend on yet. Well, please join anyway. Exclamation mark raffle, I think it said. Yes, bit of a test bed. So selling this raffle, aren't I? Help us test shit. So I discovered a new problem with the Carrack, right? And it's the following. We'll get back to the magnets in a second. So one of the issues with the Carrack, obviously haven't put a magnet in that, is that we have all these windows and everything that are hollow behind so that this can be backlit. Okay, cool. So we now have some more of the actual windows. So this is one of the windows. So I'll just give you an example of this. This one's easy to put in. So this just drops just onto there, over that bit there. Obviously you glue it in. Then when you turn it over, that actually infills all these windows around the hanger with clear resin in behind it. So when you light it from the inside, they'll glow. Fantastic. So that's cool. So that one goes in pretty easy. Just take it out for the time being. Lost forever in the Carrack. The issue comes with these other ones, with the other windows and stuff. And the ones in here, and the ones there, and the ones here, they're obviously quite difficult to put in once this is glued together. So you might be thinking, well, put them in before you glue it together then. dumbass. There is a small disadvantage of that, because you want to keep them clear, and if you want to spray paint this as your painting process, or just paint it in general, it'll be a real pain to mask off all these little windows. So I thought, well, what would it actually take to be able to put these windows in after you've painted it? Callie is despairing with me. Right, so hence the tool. So at this end of the tool we have a little triangle. We then have our various windows and things that the tool fits in, which allows you to poke them in from either this aperture in the bottom, which you can leave open, or this hole in the front, which the canopy goes on, so you can actually put it in and then insert them from the front or from underneath, going both ways. Ta-da! So it's not 100% perfect yet. I just need to tweak some of the sizes, otherwise I would demonstrate it. But basically, this tool allows you to put the windows and stuff in after you've painted the model. This bit at the bottom, if you're going to glue this in, obviously this would have to be done afterwards. I have got a little bit of an update for this, so I can take you a bit through the process here. So our original one was this one. Now this is an exact replica of the in-game geometry for the top of the cargo bay, where the cargo pods go. Exact replica, because there is no geometry. Because you can't drop the pods yet, they haven't actually done the geometry for it. So we did a test print one to sort of see what it looks like. We then did an initial test print. No, that's not it. This is our initial test print. So this is the one you guys saw last time. So we could have faked a bit of geometry on it. It kind of looked all right. Was happy enough with it. I just wanted to tweak it a little bit. We glued magnets into the back, and so you glue the magnets in, and then you pop that on, and that becomes the ceiling of the cargo hold. So it's actually got geometry on it. And then we had our cargo pods. So we've done the same again. These cargo pods don't have detailing on in the game, so we've done our own geometry for them, and then the magnets go on the inside. Now, unfortunately, because there's resin build here and resin build here. Oh, thank you very much, Litzig, for gifting a sub to you and Carl. Thank you very much. The magnets are just too far away. There's barely any magnetic adhesion at all. Just it's not enough. So the only way to combat that is to bring the magnets closer together. So I buried the magnets in a bit deeper into both things, and that resulted in this. Now you can probably just about see, if I get the camera to trick it, you can actually see the holes through it. I need to put a light behind it of some sort. Get my phone. See if you can see. The light actually comes through them because it is so thin, and it's so thin that it would break. And then on the actual cargo pods themselves, some of them, I may have thrown them all away. Some of them did actually come all the way through. The magnets actually came all the way through the holes. So I thought, right, okay, back to the drawing board a little bit. The magnets were working; they were now close enough together, but I've added a little bit more geometry to either side here, just to give them a little bit more thickness over the magnets. And I've done the same. I actually started again with this piece and ended up with this. So again, it's still based on geometry that you find on the Carrack, and it just allows a little bit more thickness where the magnets are. So these now stick enough that it will hold the cargo pods on. So that is now just what we need to hold these cargo pods in. So if we stick this in here, I have not glued this in, so if the whole thing falls out, I apologise. The other problem we had on Wednesday was that the pods didn't fit. They were a little bit too podgy. So I've taken off a little bit of the cargo pod. I'm going to tell this if the whole thing falls out because I've not glued it in, but yes. So that is the 3 cargo pods now sitting nice and comfortably in there. I think Cal's is trying to find you something, Golden Triangle. What would a handheld cargo box look like at 1 to 500 scale? A millimeter, if that. We would never make one. It's, I mean, yeah. What would yes, a millimeter. It would literally be a millimeter square, because a handheld box is 500 mil square. So it would be exactly 1 mil by 1 mil box. So not really printable. We've done them in 1 to 100. We've done them in 1 to 40. So that's a 1 to 100, I think.
What are they? What are the mining and liquid crates?
So the mining and liquid
They're
crates
not handheld, are they?
No, they're 1 SCU crates in 1 to 200. So this is the thing, cargo crates in 1 to 500 would just be absolutely tiny. So I mean, these things are huge. I mean, you get vehicles in these things, in the Carrack's cargo pods. So these are all now droppable. These are... Oh yes, the little JRDF one.
That is 1 to 40.
A handheld crate.
So
1 to 40.
That's a 1 to 40 handheld crate. I'm so in focus, but nothing else is. Let's do it that way. Let's go to Discord so I can see what I'm doing. Obviously failing miserably at this, people, but you
No,
get
you're in focus. You're in focus. You're good. So yeah, so that's a handheld crate in 1 to 40. And they look really, really cool. Yes, literally a grain of sand in 1 to 500. It'd be hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, that.
So yeah, it doesn't work. But a stack of those.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a stack of one SCU crates. The cool thing that we're going to get in the next update of cargo is cargo boxes larger than 1 SCU. So we'll get like 50 SCU crates and things like that, so that a one big 50 SCU crate could go in the cargo hold or something. So when we get to that stage, those sort of diorama bits can definitely be done for the 1 to 500 ships, which would obviously be really, really cool. So the other thing I printed is this cargo pod. So this cargo pod is a special cargo pod. So you remove this rear cargo pod and you insert this one instead, like that. Again, magnetized in, but this is where the Carrack's stand legs are going to go into for it to sit on its stand. So there are no holes or anything in the actual model itself. If you want to put it on a stand, you'll basically have this glued to the 2 stand uprights, and you just take the back cargo pod out and put it onto there. So that is, I think, a nice solution of how to put it on a stand without ruining it the rest of the time. So hopefully that works for people. So that's cool. Other things that we have done on the Carrack. What else have we done on the Carrack? Oh, I printed mold masters. Let me go and get those. I shall leave you with Cal's, and I should go and get the molding masters.
I've got a man's leg. This is my secret tin, which obviously isn't very secret because I'm kind of going rummaging. But I have just found this. I'm going to try and see whether I can actually. You won't have seen this. I don't think JR shouldn't have ever shown you this off. But it's a little. You're going to focus or not? It's the little forklifty thingy, not forklift, like the crates. But in terms of, to just go back to the question about to drop the person, as to why we don't do crate. Where's the person gone? I have a teeny tiny 1 to 100 person. Where's he gone? Doobie-doo, 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 doobie-doo. He was at a thingy. He's at a... Ah, there. Right. See that little person? His hands are holding a crate, or are designed to hold a crate. So I can't even get them to focus. Let's abandon that. Let's just put them all back away. And I'll move back to being able to see chat. Hi! I have a man's leg.
You have. You've also got a raccoon.
Is that oh. Oh, it's that man.
Oh no, he's lost a leg. He's that
Man.
little crate carrying guy. Oh no. So the only other thing I've printed on the Carrack in the last few days are these guys. So these are molding masters. So the canopy that goes into the front of the Carrack, I think this is, yes, like so. This is held on with magnets. So magnets in the top, magnets in the bottom. This just slides in so that when we get the armored bridge, we can swap it out. Whatever reason we want to swap out the canopy. It also means that we can paint it all together, and then this can just pop in, so you don't need to risk spraying this or anything. So that's cool. So that's going to be cast out of a clear resin, not a 3D printed resin, because that way we can get a much clearer print, and it also means that we can cast the bridge inside that block of resin. So hopefully we'll be able to get some cool inner bridge details, the middle deck, and maybe some seats and stuff. We'll see what will come out in 1 to 500, and then cast that into this block. So these are our first attempts at the masters for these. So 2 halves. This is just a set of. This is basically a pour point and a air relief. So this will create a bit of silicon that sits like a lid on top of the main cast, and it's somewhere that we actually pour the resin in this little funnel, and then air can come back up this hole. Now, when you pour resin into a cast, you need to put more resin in than you need, or that fills it, because when you put it in the pressure pot and degas it and pressurize it, it obviously squashes any air bubbles that are in there, so it needs a bit more resin to fill that gap. So that's why it needs a pour point. And then this part is the you can no longer enter the raffle. It's gone. Right, okay. Yeah.
No, golden trials, golden triangles. Body of my own words. We don't do 1 to 500 scale people, just because you can't see them. They don't print very well. Even at we don't tend to do them at 1 to 200. The little man that I was trying to show you and failing dismally is 1 to 100. It would take more in resin to print the base and the supports than you would get in the person.
We should try one at some point just to demonstrate. We should have a print with 1 to 40, 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 500. We did used to have a grey cat in 1 to 750. It was hilarious, but it's just like it's gone. It's just like a single gram, if that.
It was stuck to the CitizenCon coin from the black one with red and gold is in the cupboard. And yeah, no, it's bizarre.
Misplaced it, yeah.
So we've got grey carpets everywhere. Well, no, there's grey carpets in the lounge, and then there's cream carpet with grey flecks in here. So I spent hours on Filthy Mind. Yes, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, John. I'm just yeah, couldn't find it. Anyway, moving on. Right, no, we're not doing 1 to 500 people. Not doing 1 to 200 people either. Learn that mistake. Right,
yeah,
next.
Learn that mistake. So this is the casting master. So we'll use this to create a silicon mold for the actual bridge section. So this is printed really nicely. I'm gonna have to get the you are on autofocus. Go on to focus on it. You can do it. You can do it. Go on. Perhaps you can't, you bastard. No. Gonna have to do it manually. Right. Okay. So I want to try and show you just how good the surface quality of this has come out. There we go. So this is in the model resin at 50 microns. So this was like a 9-hour print. but the surface quality is immaculate. I'll still give it a polish, literally with a polishing wheel, with a sort of like the chamois polishers on. But this is what we will use to create the silicon mold to be able to pour these canopies. So that's now done. I'm happy with this. I'm going to have to reprint the other half because when I cured it, it's got a slight bowl on it, as can happen with perfectly flat things sometimes when you heat it too much. So I'll just need to reprint this one. This was a much faster print because I didn't do it at a low micron, just did it at 100 micron, because the detail in this doesn't matter. This is literally the pour point that will get cut off. So that's fine. So this bit didn't matter. This was like an hour and a half or 2 hour print or something. So that's fine. So this is maybe what we'll do on Wednesday, if I've not done it before, is actually pour the silicon for this. Set a camera up over the desk over there and actually pour the silicon into this. Silicon, not resin. It's fine. We're still not 100% sure whether I'm allergic to the resin that we're going to use yet. So that's always a good experience. Something definitely to do live, I feel. So yeah, but we can definitely do the silicon because I know I'm not allergic to that, so that'll be absolutely fine. Right, so shall we pick a winner? Let's see what happens when I click pick a winner. Ready? It's Letzig! So I press OK. Oh, and it does come into the stream. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. So I shall note that down and then add 100 JRX into Letzig's account on the website. How cool is that? So that works. So we've worked out how to do giveaways. I feel this is genuine progress. I think this is genuine progress. We won't always just give away JREX, even though there'll be cool things you can spend them on. We will also occasionally give away vouchers, maybe even kits, maybe even other cool things that we have coming up. We may also give away stuff that we've got on the stream. So, like I say, when we do the when we finish the Pirates of the Caribbean coin, we might give away a few of them, just because we'll have a few. It's one of those things, we don't have a license for them, so we can't sell them. But well, then stop me giving them away. Be fine. So yeah, when we've done things like that, so things we make in the maker stream, be nice to sort of give some stuff away, which would be cool. Also, I say we will also ask permission regarding the bags of diorama pieces. Because that's something we could give away, because I'm sure you guys would actually like them. It'll be hilarious that the people that dial in to sort of like just generally enter raffles and win a bag of bits that means nothing to them. But hey, I would be amused by that anyway. So well done, Letzig. Congratulations, you are our very first winner of a raffle on our Twitch affiliate. Amazing page. Pirate Gaming, Jada, would you like to have more Outpost stuff for dioramas at all? Yeah, I would quite like to. Yeah, a lot of you have asked for Outpost stuff.
Where's the weird plant thing?
It is in one of the ducats in the games room. Would you like me to go and grab it? I shall go and grab it because it's quite cool.
That's right. Okay. Okay, because I'm closer.
Grabbing it. One of us needs to grab it. Cal's is actually closer. So it'd be okay. So here's an interesting question. So stuff like debris and stuff. This is kind of what we're going for with this. Sorry if you missed this. So one of the things we want to allow people to spend our new loyalty points on these JREX, which you get 1 JREC for every £1 you spend in our store. You've obviously bought stuff from us in the past. Don't worry, your points will be allocated to you in the next week or so. The company behind the piece of software is updating it all for us. So all the past purchases you will get your JREX for. One of the things that we're asking CRG permission to sell, well not sell, give away as reward things with these JREX, is basically 500-gram bags. Oh no. Hate capture. Why can't we get? Oh, I can't wait until we can teach AI to do capture for us. Which no defeats an object, but it's like fine. I don't mind. I'll just headbutt a screen every time I need to do one or something to prove I'm human. I just hate them so much. So one of the things we want to allow people to purchase with the JREX is basically a 500-gram bag of failed prints. Now, I'm going to go and get one of the boxes of failed prints. Okay, it will take a moment because I need to work out which box I can't pick up, because obviously we've got failed test prints at the top from models that we haven't announced yet. So let me go and get just one of these boxes.
So while he's doing that, things that we could give away on stream, those I don't know. Does anyone else remember these? I still don't quite remember how they go together. Oh yes, happy 4th of July, Treason Day.
Treason Day, Laughing Jack, yeah. Treasonous bastards!
Oh, yes, they are the replicator parts from something to do with some random Stargate. Yeah, JR is a big Stargate fan. I hate the thing. So yeah.
But yeah, we could
so
totally
he
do
did these on a
replicator
stream,
parts.
and there was magnets and what have you. So they were in the pile of rubbish that was on. Things that was in the other room.
Yeah, so golden triangles, we did
got-
those on stream, and they all magnetize together properly, so that you sort of like throw them and go, and they all attach together as they should do, as replicator blocks. I love them. I've not painted any yet though. Yeah, oh, right, yeah. So that
Did this on stream?
we did that on stream and printed that with the bright blue draft resin. Now, what scale was that? That's one to. No, it's not. It was a random scale. We just we did it for the chocolate, didn't we?
Yes.
But if you hold that up again, Carls.
We were doing it for Easter eggs.
Yes, we did. We did Easter eggs. So that crate, interestingly, is nearly to the millimeter the same size as a 1 SCU crate in 1 to 40, randomly. So when we do 1 to 40 diorama pieces of 1 SCU crate, that's how big they are, which I think make really nice little desk toys. So we will just do some dioramas of 1 to 40 1 SCU crates, because that's the size they are. They're like a really nice chunky desk toy to stack them on your desk and stuff. That thing is ludicrous. That was a massive Easter egg type replicator parts from Star Trek. They are like resilient to lightsabers from Harry Potter. That is brilliant. Thank you for that, Letzig. I may have rigged that. It went badly.
Yes, there was a point that JR was not allowed to rig things, because he would just kind of go, oh yes, that's fine, without actually thinking about, I'd get to sit here, this is what we would, like, if we were doing something on stream, he'd just go, yes, that's fine, because it would be left to me to try and sand these off, and it was torture. I mean, I gave up, and they are perfectly flat, because at that point I used the belt sander.
Yeah, we just belt sanded them flat, didn't we? That's hilarious. So this box, this is an IKEA cube, and it is full. So this is, you can see it bulging. This is just 1 to 200 failed prints. Okay, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. So, for example, we have Freelancer Max backs that have got a little bit of pooled resin. Oh, I'm trying to do this on 2 separate cameras at once. So there's a little bit of pooled resin in here. And it's also, this was before we put a crossbar in here, so it had been on too high a heat and splayed out a little bit. Failure. We have Grey Cat rocks that have got some of our test prints that have got little broken bits on because they weren't thick enough. We've got some Freelancer engines which had a little bit of sticky resin left on them that obviously we hadn't air blasted out enough. Failure. We've got bits that we've test glued together, so there's nothing necessarily wrong with any of these parts. They're just test prints that we do. This is something that Misha painted on the tutorials. I think it's just got some nasty print lines on it, so failure. So yeah, there's nothing stopping you using these sort of things for certainly for dioramas and stuff. Some of these are just some of the guns fell off in the wash, and a lot of engines are freelancer maxes because we had issues with resin pooling in these fins, failure. So we don't send stuff out that's failures. But we don't throw them away either. So we would love to be able to give these to people. And we think that you spending these JRECs for a ½ kilo bag of this stuff, we will just gently as we can mix this together and just bag them. So for debris, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And there's one whole box of 1 to 40 and one whole box of 1 to 100 as well. So it would be a case of you would pick a 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 40, and then eventually 1 to 500. I don't think... Will we have an awful lot of 1 to 500? Probably not, to be honest. I hope not. But obviously I didn't want any of that, so we might have. I would say the 1 to 500 will be sparse because this is the first kit we've done, so we won't have that many failures on it. And there'll be more failures in the past.
No, but I think when... I think we're more likely to have things like some of the diorama pieces in 1 to 500. So when things have fallen off of when we get to the point where we're doing entire trays of them and what have you. So you might end up with arrows that actually have got print lines so that you can do your carracks landed near a fight scene where there's arrows that have already crashed and this, that, and the other, or the junk scene plate. What's the Dumpers Depot?
Yes.
Whether
Dumpers
or not
Depot.
that's kind of thing. Oh, you can tell I've stopped watching stuff.
Hello, Ibra Citizen.
Like, hang on, I can't think.
I think you're the first person to use one of my emotes. I did do some emotes. So I think there's 3 tier levels of emote. So there's that crate, which was from that we took to Germany. They had the desks in. The next one up is like a GHG's fridge, but recolored without GHG on it. No follower only emote. Ooh, I don't know. I didn't see an option for that. I should look into that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I did do 3 emotes for bit giving levels. Basically, I got the Daymar Rally trophies and did the bronze, silver, and then made a gold Daymar Rally. Able to create a folio emote. Yeah. Oh, nice. I shall look into that. I'm new to it all, so it's all new to me. But no, I like the little JRDF crates. I thought they were quite fun. And then I think tier 2 is the GHG crate, and tier 3 is Brian Chambers holding the Stormbreaker. As an emote, which just amused the fuck out of me. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So we'd love to give away some of this stuff. So the thing that Callie was going to go and get, yes, please present that. Isn't that lovely?
I'm just getting that. So
done in draft resin as a test. That's one of the hydroponics things that you have outside the hydroponics labs on the outpost.
I need bigger paper.
Yeah. So that is 1 to 40. And we were going to do it when we were going to do a diorama picture for the boxes of the cyclones. That was going to be one of the props, and we're actually going to put actual little succulents in it, so it was actually had real plants growing in it and stuff. But it's one of the reasons that we've stopped doing the photographs on the front. They take so much time and money and effort to get them to look okay. We're not product photographers, so we're only ever going to achieve okay with it. So now we have amazing people like Hash Kahar and Captain Raoul doing amazing in-game shots for us, which are much easier, much quicker, and look fucking awesome. And the thing is that we will still use like diorama setups and things, and hopefully as you guys do your own dioramas and things, will you be using those as product photos as well, because you will enter them in competitions and then we can use them for that. And so it's not that I wouldn't love to do them. Obviously, I would. And we've had a few because, like, I did one for the Star Citizen page.
Did you?
Well, for the Toby page.
Yes.
For all those people who haven't seen our actual page on the RSI website. So this thing up here is a little sand dune diorama. I say diorama, I put some sand on the floor. Some rocks. It's not exactly a deep dive diorama. But yeah, it was quite fun. And again, with this one, I need to work out when we redo these photographs for the next iteration. I need to know that they cut the bottoms off. So again, this was just not really a diorama, more of a some salt and flour mix that we'd used for the freelancer box art. Kept a bag of that around, did that with the things, and then did a Microtech background. But you know, fine. You know, it's yeah. What kind of color would you suggest for your products? So if you are just going to paint them in a single color, I would personally do them because okay, so this is really annoying. Okay, we have a model of a Star Citizen ship that is done in this bolt gun metal wash, and it is beautiful. And we can't show you it because it's not one that we've announced or said anything about. But we're having some of our Lupercal, I haven't seen in chat, I think it's in tonight. So he was our paint contest winner, and he is painting some of the dioramas. And I don't know whether he's going to be painting the character or not. Depends how busy Brett is. We still got to work that out. It'll be just based on who's got time, I think. But if I just find a photo of his painting, just to remind people, so he's painting some of our teeny tiny 1 to 500 dioramas. So this is what he's doing at the moment. He's also doing this bolt gun metal wash paint effect on these as well for us, so that we can do photos of them. And I'm also asking him to do a paint tutorial on it because he's not using an airbrush on it. He's literally just using a paintbrush, a single color of a bolt gun metal. I think it's Citadel's a bolt gun metal. You know, I think the Vallejo paints have a similar bolt gun color. Literally just painting the whole thing in one color, and then using a wash technique, really simple dry brush wash technique to get, and it looks amazing. So I want him to do tutorials on it. I want him to do a tutorial of teaching me how to do it, because I've never done it either. But Brett did this. So this model is probably about a 7-8 inch model that he did. He did it in 20 minutes, and it looks perfect. And I would have it on my shelf day after day. I'm a huge fan of the Starship Enterprise First Contact ship collection behind Picard in his cabinet that he smashes. Because they're just all the silver ones. I don't think chrome looks great, just because it's a bit near. Whereas that kind of almost worn pewter look or worn bolt gun look, I think looks really, really superb. So hand on heart, that's what I would do. But we want to kind of show people, if you want to go pure in-game, gold. Because all the ships in-game in the display cabinets are gold. So again, you can do a gold paint effect with interestingly, Brett showed us a purple ink wash. Actually makes it look, because actually gold does reflect purple. Again, gorgeous color effect, totally easy to do. We will do some, chrome's too shiny. You know, the other problem with chrome is it will show up any flaws that you haven't sanded out. So it's much better to go for a sort of just a fleck metallic with a wash. That just looks stunning. Really does look stunning.
Chrome, anything too chromy also needs some kind of coat over the top of it, because otherwise the chrome stuff wears away, as you can see.
From poor Sally. So this is a Marine called Sally, named to amuse Cals, because Cals has a terrible nurse's sense of humor, and her favorite joke in the world, no matter how sad Cals is, you can tell her this joke and it will make her smile. It's just like, right, I know. She's laughing because it's just the worst joke you've ever heard, right? It comes in two parts, but here we go. It's not a long joke. Why did Sally fall off the swing? Because she's got no arms. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not Sally. That will honestly cheer Kels up, no matter what mood she is in. So we did a few drop tests on that Marine, and one arm fell off, and then I snapped the other arm off and wrote Sally on it. So that's why it exists on Kels's desk. It's nurse's humour. I can only apologise.
Sorry.
It's terrible. It really is. You could maybe not total bribe the paint contest where to make choice for JRDF tokens. To be honest, I'd say Lubrical's been amazing. He's secretly, one of the reasons we did the paint contest was to find amazing painters of our models, because we have projects that require painters. Brett, our usual painter, is amazing, but he's building a model shop at the moment, like an actual shop, which is obviously a huge thing. He owns his own business, obviously his model shop and cafe and stuff, so he doesn't exactly have all the time in the world. He had a lot more time over COVID to do stuff for us, but now his shop's reopening. It's like he's not really got a lot of time. The idea is that he has this sort of theory that, well, he can paint during the day when the shop's not busy. He's like, yeah, but your shop's often really busy. So it's like, when are you going to do this painting for us? So we're always looking for more painters. We'd also like to offer referrals to painters that we know. So I know there are a lot of people that don't have this, like me, don't have the skills to paint them as well as they would have liked. So we do want to be able to refer people to people for paint jobs and stuff. So so that was one of the reasons for doing the paint contest, was to find some cool ass painters as well. It does help that Lubrical lives in the same country as us, so posting stuff is really easy and cheap and doesn't get kicked around like football. So that also helps. But yeah, can't wait to see all the others. So he has painted all of the freelancers, all of the arrows, all of the Pisces. He also, I sent him. Oh yes, the cutlasses as well.
At the moment.
Yeah, cutlasses as well. He's painting right this moment. We sent a box to JC.
That's the black and the red, obviously.
Yeah. No blue for you. No one gets a blue. I did have a picture somewhere of the package we sent to JC. Where did I put that?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, here we go. So I sent this. This was JC's package when we sent the test models to him. Just to give you a little bit behind the scenes of how we do this. So everything we sent him two versions of: a fully built version for him to look at what it looks like together, so he doesn't actually have to build them, and then one as they come on the supports. So we sent him a box with these in various layers. Let me zoom out of this one so you can see the whole thing. So this is some of the 1 to 500 dioramas shipped off to him in boxes. So that's all very nice. And so he signed all them off now. They are all approved and ready. So
Indeed.
we just got the art, legal, and law sign off to do now, and they will be on the shelf. They're currently printing because now we've got the models signed off. We can actually start printing them. And yeah, so that's rather exciting as well.
Prime inserts are on order, so they'll be here in a couple of weeks, and the packages that they go in, there were 2 different clamshells, little ones and big ones, so they're sorted. John's already done the design work for them going in the clamshells, so we could check that out, and I've even cleared space on the shelf for them to go in, so there's like this massive gap ready for sort of like, right, how many do we need to put there, so we can sort of sort out the stock shop. I don't mean stock shop, what do I mean? Storeroom.
The storeroom, yeah, it's getting very
That'd be good
exciting
on the-
because we're actually
yeah.
going to have to build our second set of
Mhm.
shelf units as well because there's no room for the Carrack to go. So we're actually going to have to build another set of shelves for the Carrack, which is nice. Yeah. No. So yeah, we are slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. The Arrow is selling really well. We've had great sales. We've had great sales, which has been really nice since the Toby page has gone up. Thank you for all the new people in here that are some of our new customers. Thank you for joining the JRDF crew and buying our lovely products. We've had an awful lot of people saying, can't wait for the Carrack, can't wait for the Carrack. So I do think the Carrack is going to be the biggest F5 war we have ever had, without a doubt. So, yeah, we were thinking of maybe doing more than 10 printed boxes, maybe. So, more people can get the printed boxes, which we are going to consider. For all those who haven't seen these, I will just quickly borrow Flan's picture because he threw a picture of his, and we were talking about talking about the personalized boxes. So normally the boxes from the Freelancer Max onwards, so pre-Freelancer Max models, which are the PTV, the Arrow, and the Dragonfly, don't have anything lasered onto the boxes because we didn't own a laser back then. But all the rest, so Max, Freelancer, RC, TR, DUR, all them lot, all the newer ones have JR Design and Fabrication lasered into the box. But 10 special lucky people, the first 10 to buy any particular kit when we launch the kit, get this personalized lasering on their boxes. So they get to pick a name, and you get the 002 out of 500, whatever your number is, what the ship is, what the scale is. So those extra bits are put onto everyone's in the first top 10 of the models. So that's really cool. As long as your website protects against scalper bots, I have no idea what they are. Do they have to use capture? Because everyone else seems to have to use capture to breathe on our website. So hopefully that will help. I have no idea though. So yeah, so that's.
I've never had an order come in that isn't a real person. That makes sense. So they've all been genuine orders, which I think might be my non-techie understanding of it. But yeah, so should be fine. And yeah, you and Carl wants to reserve his as well. Is that kind of like, yes?
We're not pre-selling.
Nice try.
We're not pre-selling this time. But as I say, one of the things that we definitely one of the things we are going to allow you to buy with JREX, our on-site currency, is personalized boxes. So if you just want one of these personalized boxes at any time, my screen just went off.
Oh, so if someone buys an Arrow,
my screen just went black.
Are we allowing people to send their box?
Send the.
Are we allowing people to send their boxes back to us?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
sorry, you can clearly tell we've thought about this long and hard.
We've thought about this all day. I don't know. Let's say no for the time being, and work from there. I don't know. I think that would be an absolute. I think there was so much paid in postage either way. That would be a bit crazy. But we'll think about that. But yeah, so if the idea is that go away. The idea is that you'll be able, if you want one of these personalized boxes with whatever you want for your name on it and your number out of 500, whatever that is. Obviously, you don't get to pick that; it's just what the next one on the shelf is. Yeah, that is actually probably true. That's a good point, Golden Triangles. We could offer that as a service. If you want one for one you already have, then we could just send you a new box. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It cost a little bit more, but yes, we could totally do that. See? This is what we need you guys for. Would like number one on all of mine regardless. Just have you and Car is number one. 242 out of 500. So we, yeah, I agree with the engineer. I tried to do a capture thing on Callie's monitors the other day, and she has 27-inch 4Ks, and it is impossible. At least mine is a 43-inch 4K, so at least it's like a normal size on the screen, so I can just about see them. But yeah, holy crap, on a like normal size 4K, impossible. Especially when they're all American things like fire hydrants. Like, okay, as long as they look like they do in cartoons, I'll be fine. But we don't have fire hydrants, so you know, maybe. 404 out of 500. That would be really cool. That would be awesome. I love it. So yeah, so Arrow sales good. We have sold number 278, I think, today. I think we're up to maybe even. I think we might even nearly be into the 280s. So they are hurtling towards only being 100 left, which is cool. What we are going to make sure we have sort of said this to ourselves. We're going to print the last 100 all at once, so that when we do get to that point of saying there are less than 100 arrows left, they will already be printed, just in case they just go.
We also need to remember that. Thank you, Laughing Jack. We also need to remember that 500 out of 500 has actually already gone.
Oh, on the Arrow it has, hasn't it? And Mr. Disco Lando has it. We foolishly asked him what number he wanted, and he went 500 out of 500. He went, God, you've done this before, haven't you? Good call. If I can't have number one, I'll have the last one. It's like,
we have had a lot of free advertising.
Yeah,
we have had a lot of free advertising out of him, so I will allow him.
We did ask him what he wanted. So box cover name number 1. Excellent work. First kit sold. That's the name. Can't stop you, I guess. That's brilliant. So yeah, you're right. There isn't a number 500. So there's one less than I think there is. Tricksty Lando. So yeah. So I mean, when those arrows are gone, I think people are. I promise, hand on heart, that we will definitely try to make sure.
Hang on, we talked about you promising things on stream without running
Yeah, that's true.
first.
We will try our damnedest to make sure there are other 1 to 100 ships by the time we sell the Arrow out, because I'm aware of the lunacy of the Arrow being by far our most popular model and has not have done another 1 to 100. From the past or the future, Disco Lando. Exactly, he's a time traveler. That is how he's done it. He got in there right at last minute and got it. The only other one that's still kicking. No, I think Drew has number 42 as well. I'm gonna try and tease that back off him. Just because we want to do some awesome things with number 42. We've kept back number 42 of all of them. Did you just promise a cutlass, or am I drunk? You're not just drunk. We're also doing a cutlass in the next few weeks. 1 to 500 cutlass. I've got a picture of it sitting here somewhere. Where are you? There we go. So these are our first 1 to 500 dioramas. Laughing Jack. So these are out hopefully by the end of the month. They've already been signed off by John Carew. Artwork is with Legal and Art and Law being signed off. These go in these diorama packs, so they're not full. These aren't full kits. These are stuff that's going along same scale as the Carrack. So these are ones that are going alongside. But yeah. Can you reserve me number 1? It's amazing how many people have asked for that. It's weird, though, isn't it? But yeah, so
it's like it's the most popular number.
Be worth a lot one day.
The 1 to 500 dioramas are not numbered.
Yes, that is very true.
So kit models are numbered, but the dioramas are not.
Because they're not.
But they do have a pretty little holographic sticker on them. So if we sell 500 of them, then I'll put another license in and go, yeah, excellent. Can I have another 500, please? Thank you. Job's good. There you go.
Yeah, no, I think there was no real point in limiting these little ships, and just for those people who haven't bored their asses off with about our 1 to 500 models that are coming out very soon, the Arrow and the Pisces, you get the Pisces in the character armor as well, but you can buy it separately. Those packs have 4 of them in, so 3 in flight mode, 1 in landed. That's for both the Arrow and the Pisces. Yes, no, genuinely, we've discussed this before. I really want to do a Origin 404 kit model for a charity auction for next, at some point next year, hopefully for April Fools. Get all the artwork done properly. Try and get CR and Aaron and PJ and everyone, JC, to sign the boxes and stuff. But just literally have it full of foam. But have a blank instruction manual that has all the steps, but just knows nothing on it, and probably that would be actually a good place to get them all to sign it. Actually, would be to do the instructions and get them to sign each page. Would be really cool, and we'll do 10 of them, and we'll auction them off.
Yeah, I do think we need to make sure that it's still got magnet goes there, and this bit is glued.
Yeah. So it's either going to be solid foam or just a perfect cutout of a ship, but with nothing in the box. I think solid foam makes more sense.
Then we've got to decide what shape it is.
That's very true. So that is very true. I suppose the only thing in the kit should be the guy sitting down flying it, because that's the only bit that we saw.
Yes.
Yeah, the 404 spare parts will be easy. That is very true. Really light. So I definitely want to do a... Which scale will produce the 404? 1 to 200. Or 1 to 100. No, I think 1 to 200, because everyone was saying, well, it looks about the same size as the 400i is supposedly going to be. If you take it, people are comparing it against those maybe leaked images of a 400i. And by looking at that, that's about just a bit bigger than a freelancery sort of size, cutlassy type size, which would be a 1 to 200 model. So, I don't know, Norgeek. No one tells me nothing. It is a good question of the 400, though. I mean, it's one of the few Star Citizen leaks that we saw but didn't amount to anything. So maybe not. I don't know. It did look very authentic, though, design-wise and stuff. But no idea. No, we're talking about the 404, so the April Fool's thing. I just think it would be absolutely awesome to do a charity 404 giveaway, so get as many signatures and stuff as we can, all that kind of stuff. So and do a bunch of them and auction them off for special effect or something, because that that'd be quite...
It ties in quite nicely, because we work on because of the way that the Star Citizen pipeline works and what have you, it takes us about a year from when it goes in game to be able to actually do it. So actually turn it into a kit model. So
do you still pay postage on 404 spares? Yes, you do. Still have to post you an empty parcel.
Yeah, you have to have... Yeah. Shh, it's not empty.
They're just invisible pieces. We did have another person.
Emperor's New Clothes.
Yes, indeed. We had another person try and get a free arrow by putting every single spare part for an arrow in the basket. Silly people, we're never going to ship it. I think people think, oh yeah, no, it's this big automated factory, and no one's going to notice. Ha ha ha! It's like, no, we pack every kit and every parcel ourselves, so we're going to notice. So, they just get told no.
And then we email people and go, what broke? We'd really like to improve the process. So actually, what happened? So it's like, yeah, okay.
No, indeed.
So,
and we do obviously get handfuls of people genuinely wanting spare parts, and genuinely, the reason can be anything. We will only ask, and usually we will ask you if you've requested a piece that we haven't had requests for before, and not because we want to shame you into how have you broken this. It doesn't matter how you broke it, but we'd still like to know how you broke it. So not so that we can judge on you know, whether you need the spare parts or not, just so we can improve ourselves. Because it's really difficult for me to judge how hard these models are to put together, for the reason that by the time the kit's finished, I've probably built it 40 times. So I don't have to think about how it goes together. But someone putting it together for the first time with no idea how it goes together other than the instructions, they may make really simple mistakes because we haven't done the instructions well enough. The pieces aren't as obvious as they should be in the instructions. You know, and it's like, it's all of those things. And it's like, we don't care why. It's just that, yeah. I may have broken my box. Can I have a new box? I don't see why not. Oh, my box is fine away. I mean, not with anything in it. But like, genuinely, if you've torn your art sleeve, if you tell us what number it was, and you know, send us a video of you tearing it up. Thank you, Ramen Shark. Thank you for the follow. We will totally send you another art sleeve. We do have it. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of spare art sleeves. I think we have about 25, so we get 525 printed. But totally, we'd send you another sleeve. Not a problem. If you've genuinely broken, like torn yours or the box or something, absolutely. We are here, absolutely in awe of. Yeah, my box has a misprint. Does it now? I'll get right on that. I don't know who has number 1 arrow. That's the other thing. Wonder who has it. I bet it's someone in this stream has number 1.
I am gonna go Shapcap or
Ribotex, maybe?
Ribotex.
Or Shadow Scout?
I don't think it's Shadow Scout. I don't think it's Shadow Scout.
Okay. There was a little bit of a... There were 3 of them, weren't there? They got 1, 2, and 3 at the beginning. Shadow Scout was at number 1. You don't have a number 1? Oh, yes, you did. You gave yours away.
I thought you gave it away because you already had a 1. Oh, that's even more kind. That's lovely.
Shadow Scout is a genuinely amazing human being. And one of our greatest supporters. But yeah, no. So our goal in this is to genuinely help you guys enjoy our models. These are the first models we've ever done. These are the first D2C products, so direct to client products. Everything we've done before this has been B2B, us building stuff for companies. It's a whole new experience for us, building huge amounts of individual products. It's certainly not mass producing, but batch producing stuff. And we're also aware that we're not necessarily selling things to people who necessarily have a huge amount of experience in models, or maybe any experience in building models. They're Star Citizen fans. They want a Star Citizen model. We're the only people you can get a model from. There are plenty of people that would vastly prefer us to do fully built models, and we can't at the moment. If that changes, we will of course tell you. But you know, this is what we have permission to do. This is what we're doing. There are also loads of people who would really like us to sell cheap Chinese models for $20. That we ain't never gonna do. So you're gonna have to look elsewhere for those, I'm afraid, and you're gonna be looking a long time. Yes, cat cam. We have 4 cats. They're, you know, they do rule our lives. It has to be said, but they are cute. I
don't normally look this terrified when the cats are this close, but I have another set of eyes just down there looking at me as if to say, no, I'm the poorly cat. I'm supposed to be the one getting attention. And I don't have particularly thick trousers on. So he's already jumped up 3 times today and just dug claws into my legs thinking, they're fine. But actually they're not.
The issue with Merlin's claws, so Merlin's the one that was hit by a car the other month, and when we found him, he had no claws at all on his front paws, and apparently that's quite common because they effectively claw themselves on the tarmac to get themselves off the road. And they've now grown back. But of course, it's like kitten's claws. He's been on cage rest for 2 months now, and so he hasn't been outside. He hasn't scratched his claws on concrete and stuff, so he hasn't blunted them. So they are razor sharp, brand new claws, full set. So it's really painful when he claws at you and tries to climb up you and stuff with these razor sharp new claws. There is an extra channel for fur, feather, scale babies in the Discord. There is absolutely that. And yeah, no, I think that's all I have to update people on. I feel like I've done more to the Carrack this week, but I perhaps haven't. I've been dicking about with the cargo pods quite a bit, trying to get them done.
You have also had to do all of my job. So any kits this week have had personalised cards written by JR.
Yeah,
he doesn't normally like to write the cards.
I have written a lot of cards this last week.
Yeah, because I haven't been here. I was here on Monday. I had picked this week or this week just gone to be away. And then we were told last week that, or the week before, that we were going to get the link and what have you last Friday. So it was like, right, okay, awesome. Let's get all of that done. So yeah, JR's been basically doing 2 jobs. I'm not turning down free advertising. So it's God, like, no. Yay!
No, it's been great. And there's so many
yes,
new people have come to us. You know, that's been the biggest thing from the Toby pages. We've grown the community. You know, yes, yours is rare, Ewan. They are not usually done by me. They're usually done by Cals. Cals writes all the notes on a usual day because she does the post. And I have I've still got the cards on my desk. For those who haven't bought models from us, we send one of these. Little thank you. JRDF is a small company, i.e. me and Cals and some awesome volunteers and contractors. And then we write a nice little note on them. But I've been doing them this week. This is while they're on my desk. Yeah, you frame it. Absolutely. You never know. It might be worth something one day. I genuinely, I don't want my signature to be worth a huge amount of money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like that. But I would really love our models to go up in value, especially when they've sold out. Do you know what I mean? I will be over the moon when I see the first Anvil Arrow kit model still in its box, still pristine on eBay for 300-400 quid. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I mean, it because.
Yeah, but we also want people to put them together.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But I think that the collectability of our models hopefully will genuinely be a thing. I would love them to be a thing. That to me would be like one of the biggest sort of like compliments to our work. Is like, oh yeah, these are rare now. And you know, you guys that have got in early doors on us as model makers, who knows? They could be really valuable one day, built or unbuilt. You know, it's especially these first ones that are going to disappear, and get sold out before Star Citizen is even launched as a game. So think of all the people that are going to come into Star Citizen once it's actually out, and then go, oh, fantastic! I want a model of the Arrow. Tough. They've all gone. They've all gone to these guys. You're going to have to, live with it. So yeah, all good. Yes, I potentially it was you, Go on Trunks, that asked about that new print material. Whether we're going to replace the tough. I do apologise. I sort of made a mental note and then forgot. So I don't have any current plans for this, other than I would like to make some gearing and stuff for running servo motors and stepper motors on. So we have a full-size Covalex unit. The part we call the Covalex unit, where the branded Covalex, you take your mission boxes to them. You have the little touchscreen on the side. We built a full-size one of those for our own stand at CitizenCon. Hello, Madness. Hello, how are you? We built a full-size one of those for CitizenCon. That genuinely works. It has That's a fancy background. Yes, that's Cal's study. It's very wildly coloured. But the shutter works. The shutter opens. The touchscreen works. It even has RFID chips in the crates, so that it can detect whether it's the right crate or not. And all the messages on screen work. All the sound works. Everything. It is amazing. But it was built for event. It sort of didn't really get finished because it was for our stand, so it was the thing that got not finished for the event. It was there, but it wasn't working at the event. I really want to finish it over the next few months. It's going to be something I'm going to do on stream. It's currently run with an air ram. I knew where the video was. I'll show you the video of it. But it works on an air ram, which is great for events. Because it opens in about half a second, which is about the right speed for the game, and perfect. I'm hoping it's going to end up actually living in the new Manchester office, is my current hope. So because it will make a fantastic prop for in there, but it's impractical to run it on an air ram in an office building. It's loud. Which doesn't really matter at events because events are really loud. But the compressor it requires obviously isn't. They don't have one in the office. When you go to event venues, literally there's air in the floor, like with the power cables. There's air, there's power. You just literally just pipe in the back, compressed air. Fantastic. Can I fit a Raspberry Pi in the Carrack? Totally. I would say it would fit in the back. Yeah, you definitely get a Pi in the back of this. Certainly get a Nano in it, if not a full size. I don't have one kicking around. Yeah, I'd say you definitely get a Nano in it without an issue. So what I want to do is I want to replace the air ram with a stepper motor geared winch, basically, so we can move it over to electric. But that would be really cool. That's your cards. Ooh. A Pi smaller than that. A card nearly just about fits it. I'm sure a Pi is smaller than that. Not that I'm disagreeing with you, but I'm disagreeing with you. I don't have a Pi on my desk. But yeah. I'm sure one of it. I'm more worried about the height actually than the width, just depending if you've got a output board on it. How does that help? If I hold mine up to the camera and then you just sort of like poke your screen with it, and we'll just see if it fits. Yeah, be great. When the model's built, so it would still fit inside when the model's built, but you would have to do this. So there's this main connection between the two that's here. It's a fairly snug fit, so you'd have to do that without gluing it. So either put magnets in it or a temporary glue or something like that. And then you'd be able to slide that back off and get back into it if you needed to. So it's possible. Or, potentially just put a tiny bit of glue, just probably on... send me a character and I'll let you know. First one. Do you want the first one? This is going to be hilarious when we put this thing on sale. I can't wait to put the Carrack on sale. It's definitely going to be. Go on, sweetie.
I've just sent you a link with the sizes of all of the pies. I was going to send you the sizes, but I'm like, there's a million, and I already get lost when you and Stephen the Geek and James start talking about them. So I'm like, Pi 0, A3, yeah. So
well, perhaps I haven't.
I don't even know if that helps.
The Pico definitely will fit. Depends what you want it to do, I guess. South 314, nice. So yeah, it really is going. So yes, it is. You could make it so you can break it back out, which would kind of work. So it depends on what you're trying to do with it. If you're trying to get it to control lights and stuff in it, what you could use is like an Arduino or something. It depends how complex you want to make make what it can do, I guess. But yeah. Any other questions before we go? Because we have gone over the 2-hour mark. We're trying to keep these streams to roughly 2 hours. Thank you so much. While people are thinking of any last questions, thank you so much to all of you who have subbed and gifted subs and subscribed and followed, sorry, should I say, during the stream. It's been absolutely amazing. It's been a wonderful start to our affiliate life in Twitch. And yeah, no, I think the way we're streaming at the moment works for both of us. It's less stressful in that I'm not even putting my green screen up at the moment. I might try and make my background a little bit more interesting than just the corner of the workshop, but maybe, maybe not. But having Cal's up there this way, the only issue is that it's slightly harder to talk because there is a bit of a delay because we're actually talking through Discord, so it's not as instantaneous as it was before. But it does mean that we're not using a dual PC setup to do this. It's a lot easier to deal with. We can have anyone as a co-host through Discord, and it works really well. So we shall try and get some cool and interesting people, as well as our own people like Cows and Drew, and we'll get Unji on if Unji's up for it. That would be awesome. We've also got people like.
We were also. Sorry, I was going to say, we were chatting the other day talking about someone who was going to come back and finish their conversation about trainers.
Yeah, so you could come and co-host and talk about Trainers Madness. We could also people like sort of have Ryan talking all JRDF stuff, and Steam the Geek and James, and we could have all sorts of lovelies on. Obviously, Luprical and Brett to do painting stuff would be awesome. And yeah, no, I think we'd also try. I'd love to do one with Ben Curtis as well if he's willing. Might try and tease him on at some point to talk some Star Citizenships, and I just want to congratulate him really on all the really awesome ships he's done. It's like since Ben Curtis has been in charge of the ship team, I think the ships have been absolutely superb. So the first one he did from start to finish was the MSR, and I think that you can see how much better the ship's got just with him at the lead. Really, really good. Jared and Jay Lee. Both of them. I'll have Jay Lee on, or Jared. We should probably have Jared on for launching the Carrack, because it is his favourite ship.
Yeah.
Apparently. It was forced to be his
add that
favourite
to the
ship.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, or a page. I mean, this is the great thing about having the co-host up there as a Discord, because we can literally have anybody, and we can swap people throughout the stream, and we, literally it's just a Discord call, so it is dead easy to play around with. So I prefer this setup to this, and because now this is Discord version 27 or whatever it is, you've got really cool source transitions and stuff, so you can make different sources disappear and do stuff. So it's like that.
I thought you were going to make me disappear.
I did. You did disappear. You can make us both disappear. And yeah, these are just source transitions. So they're really fast to do. So that's really nice. That makes life so much easier. Because you don't have this entire stream, other than the intro, is all one scene, which I find so much easier than having hundreds of scenes. All of this is all one scene, with just loads of sources, and you can camera control between them. So it's really nice and seamless. So if anyone's out there who does streaming with OBS and stuff and hasn't played around with version 27 or whatever we're up to, the differences between the last build and this build are amazing. You have 5,000 undos, you have all this source transitional stuff. Really good, really, really good. And if you have an RTX graphics card, you can actually now integrate the audio filters into OBS, which apparently is quite cool. So yeah, thank you all. Thank you all for hanging out. Let's see who's on to throw a raid to in my quick raiding list. Who have we got on? We're not raiding CD Projekt Red. They won't appreciate it. Astros. Is he still streaming? Last time I tried to raid Astro, he was literally just finishing. We'll do Astro anyway. Say hi to Astro.
Yes, but what time was that? Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I think that was a lot later.
Bye, Pete. Thank you ever so much.
Absolutely, and we shall see you on Wednesday. Say hi to Astro, and see you soon.
I will see you all again soon.
Indeed. Ta-da!